Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and Civilization 5, Brave New World, playing as the Netherlands. We conquered Nottingham from the English, finally. Looks like they are trying to bolster up their military a little bit more, but we have bought ourselves quite a bit of time and did take a fairly decent city with 7 coal away from the English, which should be pretty good for us. The Swedes decided to adopt order rather than pick up their own ideology, which is great because that means I should not expect any hostilities from the Swedish for a good long while. At least I would hope so. It appears that Assyria is upset that we are trying to go for science funding. It's not too surprising. It actually looks like the Assyrians decided to declare war against England, which is interesting. We are now friends with Florence. Florence is now under the Swedes' control, not England. That's interesting. 48 influence required to take Florence. Well, now, would it be possible to do a coup? 29% chance of success is not very good. A 0% chance in Mombasa. I mean, I guess we'll just continue to kind of try to supplant them. I'm actually going to pull away from Mombasa because we're not making a lot of gains there. Instead, I think we will go for Bratislava, since they are under the control of the English currently. Alternatively, I could try to spy on some people, which might not be a bad idea. Still, we'll stick with this. It seems alright. Okay, cool. Rotterdam, what to build? How about a hospital? Get 5 food. Make sure we get some higher production population. I think a lot of people underestimate just how important that's going to be. I care far more about your money than about the open borders, buddy. Although, I take that back, it actually could be kind of nice in the sense that we would be able to take over, you know, another city from Jakarta, or Indonesia. We can adopt a policy, which is good, so what we're going to do is go for workers' faculties. Factories increase a city's science output by 25%, and we build factories in half the time. That is an amazing tenet. One of the primary reasons you go for order in the first place. We're now up to a whopping 501 science per turn. That is excellent. It looks like the Swedish has also decided to jump in on a war against the English. I'm really hoping they don't take London. London is something I kind of would like to have for myself. May come as a shock, but I would. Electricity is done, and we got ourselves another great engineer. Fun. This time, over here. Okay, well, we're just going to set you to sleep for a little bit. We're not going to use you right away. We'll see if we can find a better use for you. We are still aggressively pursuing the electronics. I could instead go for the Brandenburg Gate with military science, get a great general and additional 15% XP for all units built in the city, plus the great scientist points, which could be good. It's only going to be 4 turns, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to go for electronics. We'll use up one of our great engineers, get another wonder, get some great scientist points, and so on. Shaka has also declared war on Elizabeth. Everyone has decided that it's beat the English up day. Interesting. 7 oil in York. Oh, now I want London and York really badly. Ooh, that's a lot of oil, though. I covet that oil. I covet it so hard. Let's get an armory. Decaying influence with Florence. Florence Nightingale. Sweetly Nightingale. Do I spend 1,000 gold to get Florence? They are cultured. That would be worth some extra culture for me. Yeah, okay. We're gonna spend 1,000 gold and we're gonna steal Florence away. That'll increase our culture up to 110, which seems okay. You're gonna denounce me? That's fine. You'll pay for this in time, England. And yes, you will continue. Actually, no. Forget paying me for the spices. I'd like some copper, please. Because as far as I'm aware, that's one of the few resources I don't have, and that should be worth... What? Some We Love the King Day. Why is Assyria angry at me? What did I do? What did I do that was so bad? Because I took a city-state away from Sweden? That's upsetting you? I think you need to get your priorities straight. Stupid AI, I don't know what they're talking about. Florence is no longer going to be ours, and Sofia is no longer ours. Well, obviously that can't stand. No, Florence is ours. How do they make peace? Oh, wait, right. Of course. Florence is our ally, which means since we're at peace, they're now at peace, of course. Never mind. Alright. Sofia is going to stay our ally for a while, being a militaristic city-state, the only one in the game. That's going to be worth a fair bit to us. More trade routes are being plundered. And we are about to finish off. Well, there's military science for a start, and we also got our heroic epic, which is going to be good for us. If I can grab my great engineer, we'll build that really quickly. Thank you. London and Nottingham. Kiev is going to go pretty soon. Yeah, we can't have that. Let's pay them off as well. Keep as many friends as we can, get a few votes in the World Congress. If Sweden ever decides to cause problems for us, then they really can cause a lot of problems for us. In part, simply because they do have very good control in the United Nations. Would like to stay on their good side for as long as is possible. Stock exchange makes a lot of sense, since we have a lot of gold flowing through Amsterdam. Maybe we go for the Opera House for some culture generation there. And why not? No, let's go for a bank here instead. That seems fine. I'm going to send this guy up back to Amsterdam. I generally prefer to have my my wonders built in my capital cities, so... Alright, so we have great generals, which has made a couple of city-states quite happy. Including Bogota, which were 92. Mombasa, 55. We could potentially steal Mombasa away from Sweden if we had to. A research agreement is actually fine. Yes, that costs us money, but because we have the Porcelain Tower, we are going to get better benefits from those research agreements. And if we can finish off rationalism ideas, or the cultures, not idea groups, I'm playing way too much EU4. If we do finish off the social policies in rationalism, we will get better research agreements there as well, which seems quite good to me. Next turn. It's actually nice being at peace for once in a long time. We're not having to worry too much. What's this? Blockaded. We are in the modern era. Sweden got into the modern era long before we did. We actually could stock up a couple of golden ages if we wanted to. Alright. Golden Age. Start it up. That's going to increase our production, our gold, and our culture, which means we'll get some of those policies a little bit faster. We did recruit a new spy. I'm going to spy on Sweden, probably. Let's spy in Stockholm for a little bit. They have some technologies that I do not. I would like to take that from them if I could. Mostly, though, I need to be upgrading some units. These sea beggars cannot be upgraded into steam somethings. What are they called? Ironclads. That's what I was looking for. That's the word. Can't upgrade those. That surprises me a little bit, actually. I kind of would have expected they could. Like, privateers and such would be able to. Looks like... What's this? England stole Kiev. Well, I'm certainly not going to allow that, so take that... Oh, wait, what? How did that not work? It said I only... Oh, I thought I only needed 13 more influence, but apparently not. I guess they must have rigged an election? 13 culture... No, that just tells me how much culture per turn I lost. My mistake. Alright, well, yeah, good. We've supplanted... Gosh, I can't talk right now. We have supplanted England as their ally. Let's make sure we get plenty of money through stock exchanges. I have not been building a lot of defenses. I've noticed I still haven't built walls, castles, and so on in many places. Oh, good. Great musician. Seems worthwhile. Demands ivory, do they? Well, we still have not managed to get this, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to, unless I were to put a fort over here and grab the coal and the ivory both. I don't have any other need for this great general, do I? Sure. Let's go here. You don't need to do that, sir. Let's send this great general over here. We'll expand our borders. We'll take the ivory and the coal. And unless there's somewhere else that would be better, but I don't really see anything that would be better. Unless I want... Oh, wait, though. The 7 oil. Ooh. Still, though, we should be able to grow and take that oil. It's within range of the city, so we'll get it on our own. Yeah, I think we want to go for the coal and the ivory. That seems fine. Can we build any more cargo ships? No, we cannot. Okay. Well, now we know that. Let's build, let's say, a stock exchange. And do we want a military academy stacking up in Amsterdam so we have a freaking ton of XP for every unit we create there? Sure. That seems quite good. We're going to have you go to sleep and wait for the great general to arrive. Then we'll take advantage of the ivory and the coal. All right. Losing grasp on Sophia again, because that's sort of just how things work in this game. Sophia is always having trouble. Give a gift. Thank you. So, London, you're no longer being blockaded. York is being blockaded. I'm hopeful that that war is going to end in a stalemate, and we will be able to take advantage of their weaknesses. The Third Congress is almost ready to begin, which means we'll probably work towards science's funding. Happiness. We're not really high up there. Shaka's doing really well, shockingly enough. Huh. Alright. Great scientist requested from Mombasa. Not sure we're going to be able to pull that one off. We might. I feel like we're going to get great engineers long before we get more great scientists, but we'll see. More elections have been rigged. That seems good. Unfortunately, these guys are not really upping their rank. I feel like I really do need to spy on people in order to make that happen. So forget Florence for a bit. Why don't you go spy on the Zulus, find out what they're doing, and why don't you go spy on, let's say, London. Maybe we can steal some tech, but mostly I love to get a bit of vision around here and find out exactly what's happening. If London falls, that's going to change my priorities a little bit. I will no longer feel the desire to kill England, and I will kill whoever took it, even if it is Sweden. That is an extremely valuable city, and I do not want to lose that. I'm going to want to take Sweden almost certainly. Looks like we got some culture from holy sites for the Assyrians. That's usually a pretty effective choice. You go build improvements. I don't really care. Let's see. Hydro plant is quite good. Requires aluminum. Okay. Oh, there's aluminum right here. Ooh, there's 8 aluminum right here. It's a lot of resources. A small city right here might not be a bad idea, actually. Could be quite good. But yeah. So what's our travel time look like? 3 more turns, huh? Sea Beggar, can you see anything? We found an ironclad. So the English have definitely upgraded their game just a little bit. But it looks like London is not falling, which is hilarious to me because there is a movie that is just now coming out called London Has Fallen. Right? I think it's London? Based off like a sequel to Olympus Has Fallen, which was not a very good movie in my opinion, but, you know, whatever. Sure, we'll create another great work, we'll get some extra culture and so on, and tourism, which helps counteract some of the effects of other ideologies and other nations. Do we want to trade with York? No. Do we want to trade with Stockholm? Yes. Yes, we do. Let's do the Citadel, and now we have grabbed that territory. Let's go and grab that ivory. Now, as far as tenants, we could go for something like skyscrapers, but I think I'd rather continue down the rationalism tree. Let's get sovereignty. That'll mean some extra gold for us from science buildings, and next one would be scientific revolution, so research agreements get even better, stacks very well with the porcelain tower, and rationalism being completed would give me a free technology. Also, using faith, we would be able to purchase great scientists. Not that I have very much faith to speak of at all. I think we continue to vote for Sweden at this point because, well, we could make someone else the leader, but why? Sweden is our friend. Sweden also likes order, and we want them to like us. So yeah, let's do that. That should give us a little bit of extra diplomatic ties with them. And they like some of this. Good. Good, good, good. Ideology adopted. Assyrians have adopted freedom. Well, fine. That means that the Swedes should not be friends with them for much longer, at least not compared to me. Maybe I will have an opportunity to conquer the holy city of Zoroastrianism away from Assyria. That would be quite fun for me. I would love to do that. Okay. Who else can we continue to trade with? We've been trading with Asser. We could trade with some of our friends like Quebec City. They want a trade route. It would be kind of nice to solidify our relations with them. Do I care that much about the money instead? I care a lot more about influence and not having to get these guys under our control ever again. So yeah, we'll just finish the missions off. Let's get the ivory into our network. Again, resource diversification. It is a good thing. Hydro power plant. Get more production on our river cities. And he is happy with me for voting for him in the World Congress. That was to be expected. We are working on electronics, which means we are now only a few turns away from being able to have these battleships. It looks to me like there's nobody causing any issues for London. That said, it is all burning. Somebody's been raiding here, but they're not under naval assault. Also, they have a great engineer. Well, that sucks. Amsterdam just got converted, or rather, it's... Wow, okay. It's not going to be Jewish for very long. Interesting. Well, you know, it's fine, really, because I don't honestly put as much focus on religions as I could. If I were playing as something like Byzantium, you know, Constantinople, alright. I don't normally do that. I don't normally just give away resources like that, but I really need Sweden to stay friendly. They are my new big rival in the game, and I do not want to have another war. So sure, we'll vote to repeal the thing on dies, but mostly we care about the sciences funding. Sweden being a friend is a very good thing. You get some benefits from being friends with Sweden, and he's also doing these research agreements with me, which I would like to keep doing. Let's trade with Quebec City and make sure we finish up that mission. We failed to repeal the ban on dies. How? 5 versus 5. It was a stalemate. Okay. But sciences funding did pass, which is good. Shaka is plotting against Assyria. Let them. I don't mind. Let them plot. Go plot, man. Do your thing. Do we go for... Ooh. If I went for something like cultural heritage sites in preparation for the fact that I'm going to steal London, this would be very useful to me. So yeah, okay. Let's vote for the cultural heritage sites under the assumption that I will be able to take London once I have my battleships. We do have 3 oil. I'd like more, but we have some. Don't care what you think about me, Indonesia. You're a moron. So shut up. Why have we still not gotten that oil? And we also got another great engineer. Jeez. 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 We'll save him, though. You never know what's going to be useful. Aqueduct. It's probably fine. I am tempted to annex Jakarta so I can buy out this oil. I'm going to. Screw it. Yeah, it's going to cost me some happiness. I'm fully aware. I want the freaking oil, and I want it now. It's my money, and I want it now. Build this camp, please. Thank you. Now that you're done with that, now I'm going to have my We Love the King Day. Send this down to get my oil. I need oil if I'm going to be able to build a lot of battleships. And battleships are freaking amazing. They are the artillery of the game. It looks like Sweden is actually getting hit in Uppsala. Huh. Okay. Well, you do that, buddy. Let's build a courthouse. We need those. Hospitals in Amsterdam sounds quite good. Hydro plant in Groningen sounds quite good. We actually probably should consider founding a city here and get that 8 aluminum. Because 8 aluminum is a lot of aluminum. It looks like, yep, Sweden and Elizabeth just took peace. Which is interesting. Now we desire gold. Well, hey, in 3 turns, I'm going to be upgrading my navy, and then I'm going to go and kill England, and then I can give you that gold, so sure. I'm glad you're excited about the prospect of having gold. Because we will have a lot of it. We'll be rolling in the gold. Let's make sure that we get our guy over here. And there we go. We have 7 ships ready to go at a moment's notice. That's fine. Let's go ahead and upgrade these guys to our Gatling guns. Not that it's a super high priority, but we'll do it. Doop. These tertios are very much outdated. Do we want to get... Yeah, sure. Let's start up another golden age and get our culture production up there. Get our gold and our production. Blah, blah, blah. Everything up. Let's make sure that all our stats are good. Let's go on alert. Having hotkey A is quite useful, isn't it? Oh, great. Now the vermin are breeding. Now I have to deal with both you and Sweden. I'll have to teach them a lesson. You just declared peace. It's easy to talk tough when you legally are not allowed to go to war. You will pay for this in time, because I will protect my friends. I will protect Sweden from you, and by which I'm saying that is just sort of me pretending to protect Sweden. Really, I just want to kill you. I'm looking for any sort of excuse, any sort of casus belli available. And it looks like, despite the best efforts of the Zulus and so on, nobody was able to do much damage to England. Fun stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and send this... Well, let's send the Lancers over here. The Great Warren Infantry as well. I need to keep these guys kind of close by, just on the off... No, it's fine. Send them up that way as well. I need to ward off the Zulus because I kind of feel like they might decide to get a little aggressive to take one of their cities back, especially if I do get involved in another war. Let's send... I don't know what I want to send, actually. Alright, we'll send the Tertio over here as well. Why not? It's fine. It's fine. Jakarta is only a couple of turns away from having a courthouse, and then they will not be an occupied city. We will lose that unhappiness. Whoa! Whoa! How did we lose a ton of happiness? It looks like somebody did something nasty. There's the Eiffel Tower for Gustavus. That's good for you, man, but what happened? Why did I lose so much happiness all of a sudden? Something happened, and I'm not sure what it was. I'm not going to trade with London. We plan on going to war. We'll trade with Astor for now. Huh. Okay. Well, that's fun. Let's build an aqueduct in Utrecht, I guess, because we are kind of behind on some of those basic buildings. Do we want to forge for the extra production? Land units? Not really that important. No. Let's build a frigate. We'll upgrade it to a battleship when the time comes. Yeah, it'll cost money, but at least it'll be ready to go right away. Actually, I think it's going to get, excuse me, changed into a battleship right on its own, I would hope. Maybe not. I could be wrong. All right, upgrade. Battleship. 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 Sea Beggars cannot be upgraded, but it's fine. I now have, what, 4 range on these battleships? We're going to rain ever-loving death upon London. It's going to be fine. Let's build up that monument. Let's choose some research. What would give me a good wonder, I wonder? A wonder, I wonder? How about we go for railroad and we start working toward the Kremlin, see if we can snag that before Sweden does, and then we'll go for plastics for the science production. That all seems pretty reasonable to me. Sophia's undertaking a project. Great writer. Barbarian rifleman, apparently. That's funny. Shaka is building for an attack. Interesting. Not really sure what you're planning on doing, but I'm pretty confident I don't like whatever it is, Zulus. But you know what? The war with England is going to have to wait until next episode. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. It does help for the growth of this channel. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.